Hello, that's Halo with the Armageddon report. Not much Hurricane Armageddon related things going on, which is good because we've got some severe thunderstorm stuff to talk about. So quickly we'll look at cyclocane.com. Oh, by the way, it is officially now Atlantic hurricane season. Hooray or something. But both areas, Eastern Pacific and the Atlantic, no tropical cyclones at this time, which will also mean none predicted in the next 48 hours as of now, because that's how far the outlook extends. So, on to severe thunderstorm related news. Severe thunderstorms expected over parts of extreme southern Pennsylvania, eastern West Virginia panhandle, northern Virginia, portions of Maryland this afternoon and evening, including the DC. That probably cut off more than it should have. But, so, moderate risk. Now, if you're familiar with the numbers, I'll just point this out really quickly. 45% for wind and hail is the threshold for them to declare a moderate risk. However, you'll see that it only goes as high as 30%. 15% tornado risk, that gets you a moderate risk. So, this area also happens to be where the 15% tornado risk is today. So, let's move on to the public weather outlook. So we can see this, it does just say, and including the DC, ... So, tornadoes and stuff, you can read through that. There is no video, probably because this was released at noon. I think they only put the video together. The Storm Prediction Center only puts a video together if it happens, if they issue it in the morning. Anyway. But we move on to here to look at the specific wind probability map. So over here in Texas, 15%, there's a slight risk area over there. As high as a 30% chance of severe wind. There'd be 58 miles per hour and greater in this area. Hail, not as huge of a threat, only as high as 15% for both areas. And then here is the 15% tornado area. And then, of course, 2% chance of a tornado back there. So this is what is causing the moderate risk, or not causing, but this is why a moderate risk was issued. So, Pennsylvania, I believe we've got Virginia, extreme, eastern, West Virginia, and what is the last one? Maryland. Let's see if I got that right. I don't know, whatever that state is. I love geography or something. So yes, this is the area that is of most concern tornado-wise. Let's see what's going on at the moment. So let's look at warnings real quick, which of course by the time you're watching this will be completely out of date, and tornado warnings going on as we speak in Maryland. So, tornado warnings, yes, severe thunderstorm warnings, and let's see the watches that are in effect as of the moment. Tornado watches. 2 of them, and a severe thunderstorm watch on the coast. So it goes until 9 p.m. Eastern, and one of them goes until 10 p.m. Eastern. And then we'll go quickly to look at the mesoscale discussion, see if there's any... There we go. See if there's any weather-related stuff for out west, is the word I was going for. West. Right, so greatest risk for severe storms. So that's your other slight risk area. And surface theta E access. So... whatever that means. So a severe thunderstorm watch will be needed by 2020 minus 5 is a number. What is that? 15. That means 3 p.m. Central, which means shortly there should probably be a severe thunderstorm watch happening out there. So let's go back to this map again. Tornado threat. So if you're in the area, you probably, by the time this is out, since there's already tornado warnings, yes. Tomorrow, though, significant severe weather chance again. And Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and New Mexico in the slight risk area tomorrow. Here's the probability breakdown. I did read it, and it does look like the significant threat is probably going to be hail again. So in this area, 2 or larger hail is most likely what's going to be forecast. But tomorrow, the Storm Prediction Center breaks it down into wind, hail, and tornado threats. And then 5% up there again. Day after tomorrow, this is confusing because there's no thunderstorm lines for it to show. But there is, however, probabilistic, yes, that's a big word, probabilistic areas, I cannot speak. So Kansas, Oklahoma, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia with a 5%. So definitely not as big as today. And then day 4 through 8, predictability too low. Yes, so severe weather on the horizon, however, timing and location is not in enough of an agreement yet for the Storm Prediction Center to put something down. Oh, and of all the days, I forgot to do the thing. Here's the numbers. So this is the tornado map. So when you're looking at this and you're wondering, was this 2% of the 5 or the 10 or the 15 mean? That means, so if you randomly picked a point in the red area, that means that there's a 15% chance that that random point or someone within 25 miles of them will see a tornado. So in the grand scheme of things, 15% is pretty high. Tornado outbreak thing, I believe the highest I've ever seen it, and that would be for things like when Alabama, when there was the big tornado outbreak there last year, and there was a tornado outbreak here this year, I believe it was 45%. I don't think I've ever seen it as high as 60. But anyway, 15 is pretty big. That's not quite tornado outbreak territory, I don't think, territory, whatever the word is. Anyway, so 15% chance of any point or within 25 miles of a point. Right, so if you are in this area, you should absolutely be already paying attention, and unfortunately or whatnot. So WikiWix is wickedwx.com. If you want to pop on over here where nothing is going on, cyclocane.com. Hopefully it becomes more relevant later and I add things to it anyway. And yeah, National Weather Service, weather.gov, Storm Prediction Center, National Hurricane Center. If you're into hurricanes, you should absolutely get to weather radio if you don't have one. And of course, if severe weather is currently occurring, do not go out shopping for one. Just stay home and assume that everything is a tornado. Well, you probably shouldn't do that. You'll, work yourself into a frenzy, and then it will be like the boy who cried wolf type of scenario, where when the real tornado comes, you'll be like, bugger, there's nothing going on out there. Anyway, so yes, pay attention today and hopefully stay safe. Don't take undue risks, unless, of course, you've got a camera, video camera. That's what we have to say, because it's the American dream to film a tornado and not be sucked up by it. Right, so enjoy today if you're not in the tornado area, or enjoy it if you are and you like tornadoes, and take it easy.